1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 250 damage. And SGG's Mr. ADP. Yeah, good game. Also, no re. I do not want to have to do that again. What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim at Full Grip Games. Today, we're going to be showing off a powerful new Whimsicott deck from the newest Pokemon trading card game expansion, Vivid Voltage. Whimsicott's Flying Fury attack can deal 250 damage for just 1 energy. It's a ton of fun to play, and I'm really excited to show off the list, but before we do, let's check out FullGripCodes.com. If you're looking to get all of the best cards in your Pokemon trading card game online account, look no further than FullGripCodes.com. We've got a great selection of PTCGO codes available for instant email delivery, including specialty codes like this Trainer's Toolkit code, as well as the Pikachu and Zekrom GX League Battle Deck code, both of which are great for new players looking to get started with some powerful cards on the Pokemon trading card game online account. So I definitely recommend checking it out, and of course, supporting the shop at Full Grip Codes directly supports the content I create here on Tricky Jim. Now, let's check out that Whimsicott list. This deck list was inspired by a fellow content creator, AzulGG, who finished in the top 8 of an online event this past weekend with a similar list. The main attack in this deck is Whimsicott's Flying Fury, which deals 10 damage plus 40 more damage for each Pokemon tool card you discard from your Pokemon in play. And you can discard up to 6 tools in this way, meaning that you can deal 250 damage for just 1 psychic energy. It's a very powerful attack, but you do have to discard your tools every time you use it. Fortunately, U-Turn Board from Unified Minds is legal in standard format and fits great into this deck. Not only does it make all of the Pokemon that this card is attached to have 1 less retreat cost, it also puts itself back to your hand if it ever gets discarded from play. And since Whimsicott's attack, Flying Fury, does discard the U-Turn Board from play, it always comes back to your hand when you use the attack. We do play 4 copies of U-Turn Board, as well as some other very useful tools like Lucky Egg. Whenever the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from your opponent's attack, you draw cards until you have 7 cards in your hand. Every once in a while, you can take a knockout with Whimsicott, leaving the Lucky Egg on the active, which makes you kind of reset, stamp proof, and Marnie proof, which is very powerful in this single prize deck, since a lot of times when your Pokemon get knocked out turn after turn, the hardest part is regrouping, and having the Lucky Eggs in the deck definitely helps you to chain your attacks back to back. Island Challenge Amulet is another amazing tool card in this deck, which makes it so that the GX Pokemon that it is attached to gets minus 100 HP when it's knocked out by damage from an attack, but it gives up 1 fewer prize, which is amazing when attached to Oricorio-GX, who is incredible in this deck. The Dance Attribute ability allows you to draw 3 cards during your turn if one of your Pokemon was knocked out by damage from an opponent's attack during their last turn. So Oricorio-GX with the Island Challenge Amulet can really help deny your opponent prizes, since a lot of times they're going to be looking for a multiple prize Pokemon to knock out, and being able to find that Island Challenge Amulet to put onto your Oricorio-GX is definitely a game-winning strategy. Speaking of finding your tool cards, the Greedent is amazing for doing just that. Its Greedy Tail ability allows you to search your deck for a Pokemon tool card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. So that's why we play a 3/3 Greedent line, since the whole idea of this deck is to get these tool cards into your hand and then announce huge Flying Fury attacks turn after turn. Now, we do play 2 copies of the amazing rare Jirachi in this deck with its Dreamy Revelation ability once during your turn. If this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may look at the top 2 cards of your deck and you put one of them into your hand and the other one back on top of your deck. Now, you might be thinking this Jirachi does not seem as good as the Stellar Wish Jirachi from Team Up, but in a deck like this Jirachi can really go a long way, since your Whimsicotts are going to be getting knocked out turn after turn. That means that you're constantly going to be promoting a new Pokemon. And since we always have 4 U-Turn boards in play, I mean, we're just going to find our U-Turn boards, we're going to discard them, they're always going to be in our hand. You almost always have U-Turn board in your hand. That means when your Whimsicott gets knocked out, you can just promote the amazing rare Jirachi, put a U-Turn board on it, and use the Dreamy Revelation ability basically to see a bonus 2 cards during your turn every turn. So it's very powerful throughout the course of the game. We only play 2 copies of it because you don't actually need 4 of them. It's not like the Stellar Wish Jirachi. You're not going to be bouncing in and out of Jirachis, finding different cards and things like that. Think of it more of a Marnie sweetener. I really like to have this Jirachi in the active position, and you Marnie, you see 5 cards, but then with the Dreamy Revelation Jirachi in the active, you actually get to see 7 cards, which makes Marnie seem not so bad. And then also using Dreamy Revelation before Dance of Tribute means that you get to see 5 cards instead of 3. So it really helps to kind of sweeten your draws, which I really like about the inclusion of this card. We do play 2 copies of Great Catcher in the deck, as well as a Phione with the Whirlpool Suction ability. Great Catcher is phenomenal since we do deal a hard cap 250 damage with this deck. It's perfect numbers for knocking out Dedenne-GXs. So especially early game when we're building up to that big 250, we really want to be able to Great Catcher up to Denny's and take multiple prizes that way. We can also one-hit KO Zacians very easily. Tag Team Pokemon GX and Pokemon VMAX are going to take 2-hit KOs with this deck. So Great Catcher helps you to kind of pick off game-winning Dedennes and Oricorios on your opponent's side of the field while you build up to bigger knockouts later on in the match. Phione similarly helps you push around big Pokemon VMAX that you might not be able to one-hit KO for some early knockouts on lower HP Pokemon that might be hiding on your opponent's bench. We also play 2 copies of Boss's Orders, obviously very good for gusting up and finishing off things that you may have started to dig into with your Whimsicott early on in the game. Great for finishing off VMAXs on your opponent's bench. And then 4 copies of Marnie and 4 copies of Professor's Research because they are quite simply the best draw supporters in the game. 2 copies of Ordinary Rod's going to keep your energy in the deck, which is very good, and also keep you streaming Whimsicotts throughout the game since we do just have 4 main attackers, you know, the 4/4 Whimsicott line. Sometimes you need to attack with a 5th or even a 6th Whimsicott. And then 2 copies of Ordinary Rod are going to help you to do just that. The Horror Psychic Energies also pair great in this deck since if your opponent hits into a Whimsicott, they're going to be taking 20 damage ping, and that can really help to soften up key targets like, you know, Pikachu and Zekrom, or maybe even Zacian, get them, you know, just out of that 6 tool range and make it so that you can KO them with 5 tools, which is something that is very good with the Horror Psychic Energy. It can also bring your bigger Tag Team Pokemon GX with 280 and 270 HP into your 250 HP KO range, which is really good for this deck. This deck's a ton of fun to play. I definitely recommend checking it out. So let me know, what do you think of this powerful new Whimsicott Greedent deck in the comments below. Playing against Mewtwo and Mew, we hit for Psychic Weakness. This should be a layup, right? Should be great. Start here and just retreat. And then we've got the Dreamy Revelation, which is nice because then we can just dig a little bit deeper and then we can Great Ball, which I do like. So we'll go there. And then we're going to Great Ball. Find that. Go Pokemon Communication, the Greedent. Get ourselves another, no. Get ourselves a Skwovet. Seems good. Energy down. And just pass. We'll see what my opponent does. This is probably Pika Mew. Yes, if I had to guess. I think this is going to be the new way that players opt to build this deck. Just adding a couple Mewtwo and Mew. That way you kind of get to cover your weaknesses. You do get some bonus options as well. I think, you know, including an Incineroar GX could be really good in Pika Mew as well. Now, the Jirachi's, Rycross wants to know, do I think the new Jirachi will come down? I'm actually worried that it could go up, is my concern. Because Jirachi, I think, is a card with like some hidden potential. I think that the card will reveal itself to kind of be better as maybe the year goes by, or at least it potentially could. And then if this card kind of slowly reveals itself to be, you know, actually one of the better cards in Vivid Voltage and a like reasonably played card in standard format, right? Then I think that this card will eventually go up. Yeah, especially once like once the Stellar Wish Jirachi rotates, I think that this one will certainly be seeing a lot more play. Okay, so this matchup's not a total wash because it is basically Pikarom. So they started the Mewtwo, but they are immediately getting that thing out of harm's way for sure. So let's just go there. We do have the 2. I could put it, yeah, let's put the second Horror Psychic Energy on the Whimsicott. That's insane. Yeah, I'm down with that. Okay, so this is fine. Oh, yeah, we've got the Great Catcher. This dude, cool. so that's nice. And we've got plenty of toolies to be able to discard, so it seems very good. Grab the Quick Ball. And we can Great Catcher. I think we're going to Quick Ball away probably the Ordinary Rod, because I have to get a backup attacker. So we're going to grab ourselves Cottonee. And then, let's see, as far as tools go right now, do I have just enough? No, 3 would be, yeah, 4. It has to be 4. So I literally have to Great Catcher away the whole hand, which kind of owns, so I'm down with that. Sure. Let's party. Bring up this thing, and then come in with our Whimsicott, and we're just gonna casually take 3 prize cards on the second turn of the game. That seems good to me. So we'll do that. Hit for weakness. Get all of our tools back. Got Cottonee down. Yeah, we played ourselves to a 0-card hand, but who cares? We've got Oricorio-GX. We've got our 4th U-Turn board right there, and I've got a Whimsicott off the prizes. Insanity. So we're in a pretty good position. We did need 4 tools, yes, but I had to play my whole hand down to take the knockout. But it was worth it because we could deal 240 damage to knock out Pikarom pretty easily. So, Stamp, we do hate to see Stamp. But we actually got stamped into a pretty good hand, so that's fine. And they're going to take 1 prize, so Whimsicott low-key seems insane. I think Whimsicott might be the best new deck out of Vivid Voltage. It might be. I think so. I really do. I don't know, chat. What do you guys think? Might just be the best new deck out of Vivid Voltage. So we can take that. So we can go there. We can take that and go there. I think I could discard the Dedenne. Research will give us like a healthy amount of cards. I don't have a lot of supporters left. I have 2 research in the discard pile, so I don't feel totally comfortable just data changing and saying like I'll find another one. So let's put this onto the Cottonee and then research. Yeah, the double horror energy is really good for sure because it allows us to really soften up that peak. So we did like that. All right, we're just going for the game-winning play. We've got a U-Turn board right here. We've got a Cottonee right here. We're going to Ordinary Rod. Oh, wow, this is insane. I can Ordinary Rod back in, and we're going to put the Dedenne and a Whimsicott back into the deck. We are going to Quick Ball away this. And grab Dedenne. Now we can data change, and all I have to do is find Whimsicott and some tools. So we can go here too. I don't want to thin with the Greedent yet. So we found the Whimsicott, and then we've got the Island Challenge Amulet. I've got Greedy Tail, and I'm pretty sure this is game. Yeah. I shouldn't have Greedy Tail. I should have done Oricorio, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, no, 5 is game. Yep. So then we just dance a tribute, and that's GG's. Because it's already got enough damage on it that we can just go here, sack all 5, and we're dealing 200 damage. The double horror energy getting us perfect math. Insane. Boom. And that's it. Whimsicott with the filthy filth. That was just That was a 3-turn game in Whimsicott's favor. We literally won that game in 3 turns, chat. It's so crazy. Let's go. Show us what you got. This is not good. Having to research all of these. Does not seem super great, frankly. But I do think I have to research, so. Just get another Cottonee. Put that there and pass. And we'll see how we end up doing here. Maybe this is ADP Zashi, and I'm assuming it is. So we're just hoping that they don't get the turn 1 Alter Creation GX. That'd be great. If I can at least get one more turn, we do have Phione in the deck. You know, we could potentially grab Phione, push around the ADP. I think that's going to be our major way of winning this game, is going to be knocking out threats that are not ADP. If my opponent doesn't get the turn 1 Alter Creation GX, though, then we do have an option to potentially be able to win the game. Starting off the research should be relatively strong as well. Rotom Phone in the list. It's a spicy inclusion there. Can look at the top 5 cards of the deck and, you know, put the 1 back, right? Put the 1 back. Yep. Shuffle the other cards back in. Put the 1 card you want on top of your deck. So they Rotom Phone before the Crobats. Guarantee themselves the 1 card of the top 5. And then there's Zacian, hoping for no Saucer Energy Switch. That is the goal. ADP coming into the active position. Yo, we got Chris K with the 5 gifted subs in the chat. Let's get some hype going for Chris. Let's go, Chris. Appreciate the generosity. Thank you so much for the love this morning. Hopefully you're having a busted start to your week here, Chris. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Let's get some hype going for Chris. Well, this is a pretty horrible research. Yup. Can't get behind that. Seems not good. So we're going to go and we're just going to Dust Gathering to draw a card. Sick. Cool. Maybe, you know, maybe next turn we'll get in there. That seems fine. But I guess at worst, my opponent is probably going to Alter Creation, right? And I can still win because I just have to go boss game. I mean, naturally, we all know how it goes, right? Boss game, and we win. It's no problem. Now, here we go. Okay. It's Whimsicott. Got another energy, too. Now, if I discard 3 tools, it's like 130, so it's not going to be enough if I discard 3 tools. So, I'd have to... Shoo. This is rough. If I Phione... You know, if I Phione around, then I still have to completely fill my bench. Which is just so bad. 3 tools, not nearly enough. So then my outs to win, I probably have to Phione around this thing and Marnie because I can't. Probably. I mean, I'd have to draw insane. Or I could hit a Great Catcher, right? Is the other way around this. So, put the Whimsicott down, and I have to Dedenne change. I have to Dedenne change and hope that I hit Great Catcher and a tool, right? Seems not good. Don't want an Ordinary Rod. Cool, actually. Let's go. So, you're saying there's a chance, huh? All right, so we put the Skwovet down. Seems reasonable. Keep everything else in our hand. I can Great Catcher away. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5, and we're doing 210, which is not enough to knock out the Zacian. So we do want to Great Catcher. And I think I'm going to have to Great Catcher, and we're just going to have to do 4. But then, like, I want to leave the Lucky Egg on the active if I can, so we could get rid of the Quick Ball and the Communication, which is really sketch. But I think that's where we're headed. Cool. So we'll bring up this. And then, actually, do I have to get all 5 down? Yeah, I think so, right? I could have done the Dedenne, and we could have done... Anyways, let's see. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, if I do 4... No, 4 is 170. All right, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. All right, so we're going to do Flying Fury, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you resist Psychic? Bodied. All right. Dang. All right. We'll take our 2, though. Yeah, thanks so much, Iron Spider, for that tier 1 sub. Much appreciated. We do have Cottonee and an Air Balloon. Now, I guess if I had saved the Quick Ball, right? If I had Great Catchered up the Dedenne, I could have saved the Quick Ball, and then I could have gotten myself Oricorio-GX. We're still in like a really bad position, you know, absolutely. This is not, there's basically no sugarcoating this. But not getting the bonus there is really bad. Off of the Lucky Egg. But we were really stretched for resources. For sure. Horse Psychic Energy going to do some things there. I would have to top deck a research, basically, in order to have a way out here. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Sure thing, bud. So you're telling me that I still got a shot. All right, let's research. And then see what we can do. We do find the energy. We've got Pokemon Communication. I'd have to go get Oricorio-GX. That or no, I don't need to. I can just actually go get the Greedent. We go get the Greedent, and then but now I'd be short on Pokemon to actually bench because I have to Phione around this thing. So we do need Oricorio-GX. Yeah, we do need Oricorio-GX. Because I need one more Pokemon. So we grab this thing. And then I have to find some more good stuff off of the Dance Tribute. That Great Catcher will do it, actually. Okay, sure. So we are going to go here. And will it do it? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure enough. Yeah, that'll do. So we just go here, we Great Catcher, and we bring up the Dedenne. And we're almost there. We're almost there. Let's go. So we Flying Fury. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Sure. I mean, by the skin of our teeth, right? By the skin of our teeth, we're getting there. So what? Now I basically just have to Phione. Hope that my opponent doesn't bench a second ADP. If my opponent benches a second ADP, oh, the Oranguru actually just ruins that ruins the whole Phione plan, and I've already Great Catchered twice. Which makes me feel like I wish that I was playing, you know, Pokemon catchers, actually. Because they foiled the whole Phione strategy. Unfortunately. They could just push up a Oranguru. They could knock out anything on my board. You know, we need our final boss's orders. And more tool cards. Granted, if they attack with ADP, they actually put themselves at 240 if they attack with ADP, and I can do 240, right? So, and if they attack with Zacian, you know, they put themselves at 200. So, I actually can win. If they don't boss with the ADP this turn. You know, if they boss and don't put themselves to 240, then that is, you know, something we could do. So we'll see. Energy going on to Crobat, fine. Does my opponent have the Gust, though? Do they got Gust? Quick Ball feels bad. What are they digging for? A data change, something like that. Oh yeah, a data change. What do you think, chat? You think they're gonna boss? Get a Cherish Ball, get another ADP out of the deck, thin it. 2 boss in the discard pile and a Great Catcher. Well, let's see what they hit. Please simply swing into my Whimsicott. simply do that, please? That'd be sick. We would love if you just simply had to Ultimate Ray. No big charms either. There's definitely no big charms in this list. You got to make room for the Rotom phone somewhere, right? So, all we're saying is just please swing into the Whimsicott. No boss's orders. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. All right, 240 damage is all I have to do to knock out that ADP. So if I just have all the tools in play, then I can do this. All right. Go here, check the deck real quick. Make sure that I'm not getting us into a false sense of hope. All right, there's Whimsicotts, and there's 3 tools left. Oh my goodness, I need to hit all 3. Cool. I need to hit all 3. So I guess ideally I want to Oricorio first. Okay. We could dig 11, right. I want to Oricorio first because if I find any of the Great Balls, I want to use them and thin the deck first. Right? So we do that. Dance first. Okay, we do find a Great Ball. We should find a Pokemon here. Yup. Grab it. Now I've got 8 cards left in the deck. I need to find all of my other toolies. That's it. You've already got the energy you need. Cool. Research. Just can't be the bottom card in the deck. Oh, yeah. And there's Greedent. So we had it guaranteed. Let's go. That's it. Everybody gets a tool. And we take the one-hit knockout. Flying Fury, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yeah. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 250 damage. And SGG's, Mr. ADP. Yeah, good game. Also, no re. I do not want to have to do that again. Definitely. Insane. Insane, chat. Yeah. Let's go. And we're playing against Scentiscorch. This should be a fine matchup. This does look like a tanky version of Scentiscorch, though. As we can see by the Heat Fire energies and the big charms and all of that. Now, 50 damage turn 1. They can't knock out my Cottonee. Well, shouldn't be able to knock out my Cottonee. So I think we're just going to go here. We're going to bench the Oricorio. And then that seems fine. I could retreat into Oricorio. I don't really want to do that, but it would give me more stability, like more safety for the upcoming turn. So I think that's probably okay. The Island Challenge Amy, that's obviously a lot better on the Oricorio. We'll just put that there. And then let's just pass. I don't think that they're going to attack me turn 1. I think that they will probably go for the turn 1 player starter, if I had to guess. Plus, 50 damage turn 1 doesn't get there. Now, if they go turn 1 player starter with a Zigzagoon, I guess, right? Then I'm going to be kind of salty. But it looks like they are opting to go for a Scentiscorch turn 1, which I think is the play I expected. Gotta love a random stamp before a Crobat. It's always like a, what? I'm kind of new hand? Okay. Yo, Riley with the tier 2 sub and the 23 months. Love you, Riley. Thank you so much for the continued support from out there in Wisconsin. Hopefully you are having a busted week so far. All right, they're building up that Senti. I've got the Gnar in my hand, though, for sure. We've got U-Turn boards, all that. We've got Skwovetts. Yup. I've got Whimsicott. Yup. U-Turn boards galore. We go here. We go here, can quick ball that thing away. Get us another Cottonee. Seems good. Cottonee go. And research. Very good. Cool. All I really need is enough to knock out the Volcanion, which we've got, so that's great. We've got another energy we can commit here too. I like that. I think we know the Oricorio is going to give us some stability, so that seems fine. I can put the Jirachi down too, which gives us a little bit more. And then, do I want to quick ball one more time? I think I'm not going to. We're just going to hold. And then all I have to do is discard the 3, and we've got it. So let's just Flying Fury. Yep. Gonna go 1, 2, and 3. Take that knockout. Feels good. And then Scorch should be coming our way. Looking pretty big, not gonna lie. I'm really hoping that this version of Scorch does not play any like hyper potions or anything like that. That'd be great. But it is going to get very large, as we can see. Heat, Fire, Energy. Big charm. Oh my. Yep. Now, the Crobat, always a target that we can hit. I really like the Phione in this deck. I think Phione just makes a lot of sense. We're playing Phione in our Charizard deck too. I really started to like Phione in the Charizard deck because it allows you to push around the big VMAXs, and a lot of times there's Pokemon on your opponent's bench you can knock out, you know, just full of Crobats, Dedennes, things like that, that you can take off strategically, you know, to help you advance towards your 6 prizes. And here you can see we just got Crobat and Scorch, so we are going to have to deal with this Crobat, or with the Scorch, though. That thing's not going anywhere. You know, I can gust around and KO the Crobat. Which is interesting. I should have put up the Jirachi. I've got the U-Turn board. I'm bad at this game. Forgive me, chat. Still getting used to it. All right, cool. So we've got this. We've got this. Do forgive me. I think we are just going to end up swinging into the active, which makes sense. So I want to put this here. I want to put this here. Put this here. Put this here. Greedy Tail, get that. Go here. Go here. And then Marnie, my opponent. And we've got pretty good looking hand on this side for sure. We're going to not be bad, and we're going to dance first, then Great Ball. Cool, there's Ordinary Rod. I don't think I would like to wait until I get an energy in the discard pile first. Oh, I play 2 though, so let it ride. Yeah, sure. Especially before a Great Ball. Seems good. So we'll put those back in. Great Ball. Find ourselves a Whimsicott. It's great. And then we can commit or Psychic Energy. And I don't really feel like I need to save this Lucky Egg attached to my active at all. We could do 1, 2, 3, 4 sack and deal our 170 damage, and then 170 plus 20, 190. That seems fine. And then keeping this on the Oricorio seems good. I'm not going to bench the Dedenne for no effect to do the Lucky Egg. That seems bad. So we'll go here. We're going to sack 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, and deal our 170 damage. And then see what my opponent does this next turn. I don't think that they're going to be able to fully heal the Scorch. Obviously, Mallow and Lana would be tough. If they Mallow and Lana heal 120, I would leave this thing with only 70 damage on it. Not nearly enough. That being said, you know, we are forcing our opponent to just take single prizes at a time, which does very much benefit us. And my opponent is putting more liabilities down, you know, turn after turn. Now I've got Crobat and Dedenne on my opponent's bench. We play plenty of Great Catchers to bring up the Dedenne and knock it out. So And question in the chat, why didn't I promote Jirachi? I simply forgot. This is like my 3rd time playing the deck, so have mercy on me, Feather Arrow. Just, I said it as soon as I did it. That was my B. I will not forget it this time. Promise. That was my B. Yes, still getting used to this deck. But we're still out here vibing, though. We're doing exactly what we need to do. We've got the Whimsicotts. We've got Skwovet. That's good. We've got our U-turn boards, and we've just got a great hand overall, so we don't really need anything else. We're going to put U-turn board on the active. We're going to put Lucky Egg here. We're going to put 2 more U-turn boards down, and then, honestly, I can just research to guarantee that we find the stuff that we need, so I feel better about that. Let's just go here. This thing's got 180 HP left, and by things that I need, I mean, really, we just want another Cottonee and another basic energy, so that's going to guarantee us the cards. I don't even need 1 more tool. We actually have it right now because I've got 5 tools in play, but I would like 1 more tool, so we're going to go and just greedy tail and grab it. Grab another Lucky Egg, and then we can dance, and then we can use our Dreamy Revelation too. We're definitely committing the other Cottonee down. We already know that. There's nothing else that I want to thin here, so we're going to Dreamy Revelation. Grab ourselves. The Air Balloon seems fine. And then we're setting up that sweet, sweet checkmate scenario. Put that there, put that there. And then we only have to discard, since they only have 180 HP left, we only have to discard 5, so we're going to use Flying Fury. And we're going to discard 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Actually, with my opponent having so many, you know what I mean? So, like, I think I leave the Lucky Egg 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because Senti-Scorch decks are known to play Reset Stamp, right? So we actually just let the tool go off the Oricorio, keep the egg just so that I don't get Reset Stamped out of these good cards that I have right now. Yo, and thank you so much, Horsey, for that tier 1 sub. Appreciate you, Horsey. And thank you, Trevor, as well, for the Prime sub and the year. An entire year sub to the channel. Thank you, guys. It does look like we are in a good position. We just have to Great Catcher or boss up the Dedenne. Already got Whimsicott in hand. All we need is another energy left, which we should be able to find. We're a little bit lower now, but if we can Ordinary Rod Dedenne back into the deck, then we have that additional dig available to us as well. Seems really good. It does look like my opponent is going for a boss this turn, and they're going to knock out the Greedent in an attempt to save themselves, but that is just going to give me win. We've got boss on the Dedenne and tools delay, and that is it. This deck definitely has a good flow to it. It's fun. It works. You know, the U-turn board synergy with the deck makes it so that you really don't need to find too many tools every single turn, right? I mean, even though we had 1, you know, U-turn board prize that entire game, you really only need to just have your U-turn boards, you know, turn after turn, and they just keep coming back. So definitely a fun deck to play, and I'm enjoying the time that I am playing with it here. And that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, ring that bell, and of course, check out the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/TrickyJim, where I stream live Pokemon trading card game content every single weekday. We've got a great welcoming community over there, and I highly recommend checking it out. If you're looking for all of the best Pokemon trading card game online codes, make sure to check out fullgripcodes.com for instant PTCGO code delivery via email. Supporting the shop at Full Grip Codes directly supports the content I create here on Tricky Jim. That's it. Y'all take it easy and have a great day. Peace.